Every woman has patterns. Patterns in how she talks, how she flirts, how she tests men, and most importantly, patterns she uses to keep herself safe from feeling too much. These patterns are like armor, a way of staying in control and never letting a man truly touch the deepest parts of her emotionally or physically. It's a defense mechanism she's built over time. It's protecting her heart from being vulnerable. But here's a forbidden truth. No one says out loud. Every woman secretly dreams of a man who can break those patterns. Not by manipulation, not by cheap tricks, and not by being simply nice or agreeable, but by being so grounded, so commanding, so unshakably masculine that she has no choice but to let go of her carefully constructed defenses. Most men will never trigger this because they play inside her rules. They try to win her affection by being predictable, by explaining themselves, by adjusting to her moods, by letting her lead the rhythm of the connection. It feels safe, it feels polite, it feels right, but it doesn't create the shock she truly craves, because what she really wants, what she won't say out loud, what she won't post on Instagram, what she only admit in whispers to her closest friends is this. She wants a man who disrupts her entire emotional landscape. The nice guy worships her, gives her comfort, makes her feel wanted. But comfort is not desire, and worship isn't. Respect. She'll take his attention. She'll use his validation. But deep down, she doesn't dream about him. She dreams about the man who doesn't play her game. The one who can look at her tests, the sarcasm, the mood swings, the subtle provocations, and stay unbothered. She craves the man who won't fold when she pushes, who won't lose composure when she withdraws, doesn't hand over his power just because she's beautiful. That man triggers her in ways she can't explain, makes her nervous, excited, and pulls her out of her patterns. And that disruption, that unpredictable, powerful energies where her deepest desire lives. Why does she crave this disruption? Because her patterns are her walls. She built those walls over years of heartbreak, bad relationships, disappointment, and a lifetime of being told never to give a man too much power. These walls protect her, yes, but they also suffocate her. On the outside, she may seem confident, independent, in control, but inside, she's exhausted from living behind those walls. She wants to be seen, not the polished version she shows the world, but the messy, emotional, unfiltered version of herself that few men could ever handle. And here's the twist. She doesn't want to have to choose to take those walls down. She wants a man who makes her feel so safe, so magnetically pulled, so deeply claimed that the walls simply fall on their own. This is why she dreams of the man who breaks her patterns, not because he forces her, but because he awakens a part of her she can't keep locked away anymore. What does this man do differently? He never explains himself. He moves with purpose, and his decisions don't require her approval. That certainty shakes her, because she's used to men justifying every action just to stay in her good graces. He doesn't react to her tests. When she pushes, he doesn't flinch. When she pulls away, he doesn't chase. When she tries to provoke him, he simply smiles, calm, grounded, unshaken. This isn't indifference. It's mastery. He leads in conversation, in presence, in energy. He doesn't wait for her to create the moment. He creates it and invites her in. He gives her the space to feel. Most men rush to fix, to calm, to control. But this man allows her emotions to flow without losing himself in them. And that emotional container is what makes her feel safe enough to surrender. He embodies mystery. She can't fully figure him out. He's not broadcasting every thought, every emotion, every intention. And that unpredictability keeps her hooked because she can't map him the way she maps other men. Why do most men fail to trigger this? because they're too focused on being liked. They over-explain, they over-chase, they over-give, they confuse. Pleasing her with awakening her. But awakening her isn't about doing more. It's about being more. Being more grounded, more self-possessed, more unshakable than any man she's ever met. The man who breaks her patterns doesn't do it by force. He does it by embodying something she can't manipulate. And that makes her curious, makes her crave him. That makes her let go of control in a way she's never been able to before. Her fantasy versus reality. This is the part no one says out loud. Her darkest fantasies don't involve a man who gives her everything she wants. They involve a man who gives her what she didn't know she needed. A man who sees through her games, who feels her walls and doesn't run away, but also doesn't bow to them. She doesn't want to lead. She doesn't want to test. She wants to be with a man who makes her forget. She even needed those defenses. That's the real desire most men never trigger, because they never learn how to stand as that man. She dreams of the man who disrupts her patterns, who doesn't fit into the safe box where she keeps every other guy. The man who pulls her into an experience that's raw, real, and uncontainable. The man she can't control, can't predict, can't stop thinking about. The man who makes her finally feel free by showing her what it's like to truly surrender. She'll never admit this. She'll tell you she just wants a nice guy. She'll post about wanting consistency. But deep down, she dreams of the man who can break her patterns, the one who won't bend, the one who forces her to feel alive even if it scares her. And now you know why most men will never trigger this desire? They're too predictable, too safe, too easy to figure out. But not you. Not anymore. Because once you understand this, you stop playing her game, and you become the man she secretly hoped existed. If you've ever realized you've been too predictable and you're ready to become the man who makes her feel again, comment below. I break the pattern. See how many men are done being safe.